Are you looking to purchase?
It's the Real Estate U Show, where we take your typical real estate show and chuck it out the window. Motivating, inspiring, and educating, with a laugh or two along the way. Every week we bring you the latest happenings in real estate, new construction, and mortgage lending for both residential and commercial. And now, live, this is Real Estate U.
All right, happy Saturday. It is, what's today's date, damn it? Okay, 10/19/2024. What? Okay, October the 19th, 2024, in the year of our Lord.
Yes, sir.
Right?
What's that halo?
That's right. The angel. That's the angel. I'm an angel. I try to tell you people,
Oh no!
I am an angel. And you need my endorsement to get into heaven, okay? This is the Real Estate U Show at REUworldwide.com in our Homes and Land Studios, powered by myaltahomes.com, our good friends, Drew Collenberg, and the ladies out there, Carla, Juana, and Gina. Live streaming on the HughesNet Satellite Network at REUworldwide.com. The REU Show brought to you by Platinum One Properties, a premier real estate firm headquartered in Houston, Texas, creating the standard in real estate representation, buying, selling, and investing in real estate. We're here each and every Saturday. Yes?
Yes.
Whether she likes it or not. At 11 a.m. Central Time, noon Eastern, and 9 a.m. Pacific Time. And it's also brought to you by YourMortgagePro.biz, powered by Lone Peak Lending in Open Tyler, Texas, with now 12 Houston area locations, 27 in Texas, because I'm good like that. Okay.
You have 100 locations now?
27.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I can't tell by my check, but anyway, you can follow us on Instagram, Real Estate U Show. That's Real Estate U Show. That is the leather U. Our studio includes industry leaders and knowledge that's incomparable in the marketplace. Real Estate U is about all things real estate, mortgages, new construction, and commercial, property sales and finance, and the entrepreneurs which drive our economy. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm joined by a very esteemed award real estate broker owner, Dina Ramos. No, I'm not. She's not here.
She's not here today.
She's dealing with Bridezilla. That's her daughter Sabrina's getting married in the next couple of weeks. And so she had to take another day off because Bridezilla making demands. Okay. So basically, Sabrina's like one of the sweetest young ladies you ever want to meet. But boy, that wedding dress that do something to you. Okay.
You know what? I'm going to vouch for that one. And that's all I had to do.
That's all you had to do. When we got married, all she had to do was deal with the dress. I did the catering, the location, the music, the minister, everything.
So much stress.
And all she had to do was get a damn dress. You swear she was handling all the intricacies of us getting married, but she did not. I did that. All right. I picked out the menu. All she had to do was go taste the damn food. Anyway. But so we'll miss Dina today and Dina's Realtor Rant. You can learn more about Platinum One Properties at PlatinumOneProperties.com. Spell out the word one. Don't be a dummy. I'm also joined by our Mortgage Solution Pro, the hardest working woman in mortgage. That would be Jennifer Nina of Lone Peak Lending. You can find her at YourMortgagePro.biz. Yes. Okay. How you doing this morning?
Good.
Yeah. Not really, people. She was yelling at this morning at home, but not at me for a change. Not at me for a change. Boy, look here. I just closed the door and just went outside and waited in the car.
He was ducking. I saw him ducking down the door.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with me. I was innocent this morning for a change. The RU Alliance consists of Open Tyler, Texas, Alta Homes, Builder Boost, Homes and Land Magazine, the Training Center. Who else? Panorama Studios, Media, Machete Photography, and commercial real estate lender, Osborne Advisors. But today's real estate topic is the aggressive real estate investment.
Mm-hmm.
Not just to investors, but aggressive real estate investment. Because sometimes you got to take a chance.
That's right.
You know, it's called being the pioneer. Okay, you can be the pioneer as an investor, or you can be the pioneer as a home buyer. Okay. Some people, I don't want to be the first one to buy up in there. The first person that buys in the community has the most equity.
That's right.
That's how it works out. Those are the ones. So that's what we're talking about, aggressive real estate investment today. Well, we might be showcasing some homes today. I don't know, because, I ain't in the mood right now. Okay. Real Estate U. the only DBM hosted multimedia real estate show in the world. You're welcome, because that's what I do. I try to inspire the peoples. Okay.
That's what you do?
Yeah, not Spanish speaking people. Because you can't inspire them unless it's alcohol involved. Okay.
That's right.
Our weekly goal, educate, inspire, and motivate class 9 session. You can listen to our previous shows on the realestateushow.com website and our YouTube TV channel. And when you go to the YouTube TV channel, we are live. Click subscribe and hit the bell and become one of our YouTube TV friends and subscribers, right? Stuff like that. No, but it's just, like we was on the way in today, and I showed you that pamphlet, right? They have a new community coming up, which I think is a very unique idea. Now, they have a new community coming up. It's going to have office buildings, restaurants, entertainment space for families, and a few other on a 10-acre tract. And I think that's a really aggressive real estate investment because, you're taking it into an area that's not accustomed to those kind of services. So that takes a pioneer, somebody who's aggressive, but also has a couple of $2 or $3. Okay.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's a great idea, having work and being able to, perhaps have the kids around in their activities and stuff. It's pretty.
Yeah, so they had everything. You can work. They had the work offices, and they had the spaces for the kids to go out and play and stuff like that, because everybody was trying to get a work-life balance.
Yep.
Overrated, people, just let you know. Okay, but everybody trying to get a work-life balance, and so this particular project, which is still in the
works.
Yeah, in the works. But it made me think about some projects that I've seen like that. Like I had a project like that myself a few years ago that the city of Houston didn't deem me worthy enough to sell me the land, so they sold it to a garbage dump. Make that make sense, people. Make it make sense. I was going to bring in restaurants and amphitheater and all these things over the Southwest Houston area, over at 59 and the Beltway. And I put in my bid on this parcel of land. And because I was going to be bringing new tax revenue, you would have thought that me and the project managers we had and the partners, we literally just knew we had it. We went down and met with city council at the meeting where they voted on giving us. They gave it to a garbage dump. Make that make sense to me.
How did that make you feel?
Oh, I look like garbage. It made me feel like garbage. Okay, let's be real clear. So we lost out to a garbage dump. I'm still trying to get over that. That leave 15 years ago. I'm trying to get over like to a garbage dump. Really?
Well,
and they sold it to a garbage dump. And not that the neighborhood was happy about our project. They was willing to tolerate our project with certain things, with like sound walls around and stuff like that, which we had already projected out anyway. But when they found out that a garbage dump was going to be within 2 miles of their houses, boy, look here. I'm surprised a war didn't break out over there. But that's what the city showed. See, I tell people this all the time. Politicians make no sense. The only sense they make, that was it. The only sense they make is the sense they can make. Right. Okay. And somebody convinced those politicians, hey, if you take this from me and sell us the land for a garbage dump, I got you covered. And that's exactly what it is. So we lost out on that. So let's look at what an aggressive investor does, all right? An aggressive investment strategy is a high risk, high reward approach to investing. Okay. So let's look at the people who built out Town Lake. It was nothing out there. All right. And you're going to put a lake out here. What? You're going to waterways, boating, $1 million houses. I know the people out there just thought they was crazy because right next to it is another community, Copperfield, that had been there for 35, 40 years. Well, like Copperfield is not $1 million. It's like 400 and 500s, right. All right? Maybe 6. They said, no, that ain't gonna work. Now, Town Lake over there, beautiful, beautiful. They have the housing. They have the Town Lake Center where they have all the stores and the shopping. You can ride your personal boat crafts up to the restaurants, and it's thriving over there. Now, Copperfield is mad. Okay. So, Copperfield mad because they could have been in on it. Because so now what it is it's this side of Barker Cypress which is Town Lake, and that side of Arkansas, which is Copperfield, when it kind of all been integrated together with some of the same amenities and services, Copperfield says, no, we good.
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
But it's like that with everything. You know, some people are not willing to take the risk for whatever their current position is.
Right.
You know, and that what happens is they end up missing out.
Yes.
It's still a good idea. Somebody's going to do it. We were talking in the car. It was like in a shopping center, you have 3 restaurants and they're all full.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
all it takes is for you to have it.
There's a strip center not too far from here. There are 2 Mexican restaurants right next door to each other, and they are both full every day because they seem the same. Because they sell the same cuisine doesn't mean it's the same taste for everybody. Okay, because I like heavy seasoning and you don't. Okay, or spices, I should say. I like heavy spices and you don't. So that means you be next door over there at the no spice place, and I'll be over here at the heavy spice place. Because the simple factor is this: before we go to break, there's enough business for everybody if you have the courage to go into business.
That's right.
Okay.
And then work your business.
And work your business. So we're going to take a break right now, pay some bills. I'm E.L. Crane. She is not, but she is Jennifer Nina, the hardest working woman in mortgage at Lone Peak Lending. And you can find her at yourmortgagepro.biz. That's B-I-Z. Thank you very much. Take a break.
Are you a Texas real estate professional looking for a better title company experience? One without the headache or poor customer experience? At Open Title Texas, our mission is to make the closing process as stress-free and efficient as possible for everyone involved. With an attorney leading our mission, we understand the importance of accuracy in all aspects of the title process. At Open Title Texas, we believe that our attention to detail and unwavering dedication to customer service is what sets us apart in the title industry. And we're not just a title company. We're a growth and business development agency. We're designed to elevate the future business of our clients, done through collaboration and exclusive programs to increase opportunities for clients and partners. Open Title of Texas, opening the door to home ownership. Reach out today at open-title.com.
Do you have a passion and interest in real estate, want to learn from the pros, and have some fun doing it? Welcome to the Real Estate U Show, your connection to all things real estate, buying, selling, investing, and new construction sales, including residential and commercial real estate financing. Tune in for weekly live episodes with real estate experts and guests, packed with their best tips and tricks, and get a sneak peek into their national marketing relationships. Sponsored by the trusted team of Builder Boost and Homes and Land Magazine. The Real Estate U Show. Informative, insightful, and with a little touch of humor. Tune in to www.reuworldwide.com, Saturdays at 11 a.m. CST.
When you choose Alta Homes, you're choosing a builder you can count on to create not only your home, but something you are proud to own. We are at your side at every step during the purchase process, from the moment you sign your contract to the moment you receive your keys. Sales consultants to guide you in selecting exterior colors and brick stone options. A design center to effortlessly help you customize every detail, from lighting and faucets to flooring, tile, cabinetry, and countertops. Our smart home provider to enhance your home with security, data, and audio systems tailored to your preferences. Dedicated construction managers to provide weekly updates on your home's progress. Progress meetings to show milestones our team is completing, including a pre-construction meeting, pre-drywall, orientation, and a final walks before your closing day. Welcome home to your future with Alta Homes.
Okay, we're back. We're talking about aggressive real estate investment. Okay, now you have to look at, we were talking on during break, aggressive, right? You can't be afraid when it comes to real estate investment, be it fix and flips on houses, apartment complexes, strip centers, stuff like that. All you have to do is drive anywhere in any city, and somebody was aggressive enough to start a project. Be it an apartment complex, a strip center, or an office building. Think about it. How many times have you heard the following? I don't think that's a good idea. People say it all the time. I don't think it's a good idea. Well, it might not be a good idea for you, but don't come to me when I am making money. Say, hey, can I? No. That ship is sailed and sunk. You can't ride. I'm sorry. No. But it happens a lot.
It does. Yeah.
It happens a lot. Like right now, one of the most aggressive businesses going on in Houston right now are speakeasies.
What's that?
Restaurants, live entertainment, but they're intimate. They may hold 30, 40, 50 people. But every table is at least a $600 bill because you have all this stuff condensed. And what they did was, because speakeasies, like from the 30s and 40s, like with the illegal speakeasies are drinking, but it's the same thing. But now what they're doing is they're making it this exclusive enterprise, which means everybody not welcome.
Well, but it's the thing. The water in the gas station is going to be different from the water. It's the same water, but the price is going to be different at the airport,
That's right.
at the hotel.
That's right.
It's where you buy it.
There you go. All right. So you have to look at how aggressive people. Here's a name for you, and most people are not going to know his name. The biggest real estate investors in the world, or in the United States, all right? We're just going to use one. His name is Donald Bren, B-R-E-N. People look him up. Donald Bren, all right? In the first quarter of 2021, I'm going to go back 3 years. His net worth was $12.4 billion, and he's an investor. Real estate, restaurants, hotels, everything. That's what he does. His whole methodology about investment, if I can turn 23%, not 35, not 40, not 50, 100, 23%, that man got $12.4 billion because he says, I have a formula that works and it will grow, but it won't turn people off either. So if I get 23% of the investment and the rest of my partners are getting 77%,
he will always have.
He will always have partners, and he will always be able to lead by example. And people just need to understand, when it comes to investment, it's all about research, due diligence, and finding out what people want and or need. Okay, you don't build an apartment complex in the middle of a single family residential community. That makes no sense. You can put it on the periphery, but not inside of it. That would be a bad investment, okay? But just like it would be a bad investment to put a $1 million house next to a low to moderate income apartment complex. Bad investment.
It's about location.
Yeah, always.
The location has to fit. The business has to fit its surroundings in this case.
Right.
And everything has to fit. You're not going to put $1 million homes, like you said, in Third Ward.
Right. No, Third Ward got $1 million homes. Right?
Well, the society doesn't.
Yeah, but certain areas, you choose certain areas. But you have to look at it this way. Right now, if I had $1 million to invest in real estate, I would go 290 West or 45 North. One of those windows, right? Because there's available land. But if I want to get quick turn on investment, I would go right into, like I said, Copperfield. I would go right into, like you just said, Third Ward. I would go right into some of the older communities and start buying up houses. It's called blockbusting. I go in there and buy up 10. I go in there and buy 10 $100,000 houses, tear them all down, and build a brand new community. And then I would have 10 $200,000 houses, getting my 25% profit off each one of them. So I just made $500,000 on top of the $1 million I just spent. That's how you see aggressive real estate investment. You can't look to retire off of one project. That's what a lot of people do.
That's right.
So when it comes to real estate investment with you right now, how are you helping investors on the lending side?
Well, so as a matter of fact, that's a lot that I've been doing with. I have a lot of fix and flips that are aggressively now buying and getting houses 2 and 3 at a time.
Right.
And what does that tell you? Well, market is still active.
Yes.
And then you have those new construction builders.
Right.
Investors are building their homes, reselling it for a profit. So guys, is there. If you build it, it will be bought. You
Right.
just have to look at what are you building? Does it support that neighborhood?
And does it work?
And does it work?
Does it work?
I have a client, a fix and flipper. His first investment, talk about risk, $1 million.
Mhm.
But he sold it for 1.5.
Yeah.
So it's, all you have to do, the resources are there. But when you go and do, and he has a plan.
Right.
I mean, if you go, he'll send me exactly how much the house costs, the repairs are going to be. He has his stuff, and that's how it should be.
Right. Because look at it. An investor who has that money,
Mhm.
right? And he has the right kind of conversation. He can turn that money into double, triple
Mhm.
with the right conversation and the right plan. Most of them don't have a plan. You have so many people out here who are looking at they're thinking small.
Yeah.
We have a deal in the office right now, and it was so funny. This guy was calling. Hey, did you get the paperwork? Because me, I don't look at the paperwork because I'm not an escrow, right? Escrow looks at the paperwork. So then I get email or text from the escrow. Yeah, this is only a $9,000 deal. I said, what? He was raising hell like it was $9 million. All right. So I said, it's a $9,000. She says, yeah. So I called you. I said, hey, this is a $9,000 lot. He says, yeah, we're getting it from an estate and we're going to build 4 townhomes.
Mhm.
And the 4 townhomes, we can sell them in the low to moderate income space at $250 a piece. And everybody in real estate knows it doesn't take $250,000 to build a $250,000 house. It takes more like $100,000. So, and after you got through paying everything, you're going to walk away with $75,000 profit. So I called her back. I said, hey, we getting the 4 houses. Do the damn $9,000. But that's the person he was being aggressive because he has a tight window to get this done before anybody else gets wind of what he's trying to do over there.
Mhm.
So it takes all kinds of things. And you have to look at risk versus reward. I always used to say it this way. Marriage is risk versus reward. People say, what? Yes. Until you don't know who you living with till you marry them. Okay? So it's risk versus reward. There's no difference with investment. Risk versus reward. Until you do it, you can't know how it's going to turn out because there are no guarantees.
Mhm.
All right.
And nothing is guaranteed.
And
You're right.
nothing is
All you
guaranteed.
can do is a very educated guess.
And that's the dynamic that we're talking about here today. Aggressive real estate investment doesn't mean stupid real estate investment. It means being aggressive in your research, in your diligence, knowing what's going on in the marketplace so that you can best serve your needs or the needs of your client.
And being able to pull the trigger at the right time.
Exactly. Oh God, yes. Because he who hesitates fails. He who hesitates fails. Because I can't tell you how many times I heard the following, man, I should have invested in that.
Mhm.
I've heard it 1,000 times in my adult life in this business. I should have invested in that. There's a guy I know here in Houston, and everybody thought it was a joke. They literally thought it was a joke. No, that's not going to work. Da, 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 da. So what he did was, through scraping and saving and finding some people who would believe in him, he pulled together the money to do the project he wanted. But because nobody believed in him, it took him a little longer, but he was able to buy the initial part cash because he saved and scraped and got people to believe. So he paid cash for it. So now we know that cash is king. So he now has a building, a property really, a building that had additional adjacent 7 acres to it. So he has this $900,000 building that's going to be renovated, that upon renovation is worth $2.1 million.
Mhm.
Okay. And his investment for renovation was like, I think 4. So now he has $700,000 equity, not including the acreage.
Right.
He has a plan for the acreage. So with the plan for the acreage, he wants to do office condos and mom and pop restaurant, little stuff like that. It's not an entertainment. It's just in an area where you got a lot of stuff going on. He was able to cash out on the office building update, pay cash for 50% of the rest of the project,
Wow.
get that equity out, pay cash for the other one. So his only note, because of the cash and paying off stuff, He's paying $700,000 note on $9 million worth of property
That's amazing.
because of the increase in equity and value, because he kept stepping up. Now, all those same naysayers are saying, I should have invested.
Mhm.
I should have believed it was possible. Every great idea starts with somebody saying you can't do that.
Always.
Every great idea says somebody starts with saying you can't do that. Like, look at Panorama Studios. I'm quite sure people told Miguel and Jesus, what are y'all doing?
Mhm.
Right? Everybody gets that. When I stopped playing ball and I didn't want to just work for somebody, and when I became an entrepreneur, why you would do that? You getting a check over there. I want my own damn check. All right. But see,
I don't want nobody telling me how much.
exactly. So now, do I work for somebody now? Of course I do. But I work for people who give me the autonomy to be me. So I run the business like it belonged to me.
Mhm.
That's the beauty of what I do now. Of course, that's experience layered over time.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, you want people that's going to believe in you and what you do. And the people who don't believe, you can't ride with me after I get
You
successful.
just have to go to the next and start knocking down
That's
the
right.
door.
No, you can't ride with me if you question my ability to be successful. That's how I look at that.
Yeah.
You question my ability to be successful. So I look at things that we see around us all the time. Like when we went to the Prism Awards, beautiful hotel. A lot of people hate the guy that built that hotel and the businesses he has, but he's aggressive.
Mhm.
And he has all these things, and you keep saying he came out of nowhere. Aggressive. He was aggressive when his philosophy, he was aggressive in his intent, and he was aggressive in securing opportunities for himself and his business to grow just that. Yeah. So this is the Real Estate U Show. I'm E.L. Crane. That's Jennifer Nina with Lone Peak Lending. I'm with Open Title Texas. Dina is with Bridezilla. Excuse me, Platinum World Property.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Okay. So what we gonna do? We're gonna take a break, pay some bills. We'll be right back.
Hey, check this out. Are you looking for a beautiful new build home? One with quality craftsmanship and higher end amenities, but still within your budget? Oh, do I have good news for you. Alta Homes is now selling top of the line new construction homes for the home buyer, providing amenities not usually associated under $500,000. And you want to know what makes them really shine? You'll get to participate in the construction throughout the process and rest easy knowing that Alta Homes promises to only build what we would live in. Alta Homes provides financing resources with up to 100% financing and even the ability to finance the closing costs, including Alta Homes providing additional closing cost assistance if needed. Doesn't get better than that. Just give us a call or visit us to start your new build journey today. Alta Homes, we only build what we would live in.
Hello, I'm Dina Salazar, broker and owner of Platinum One Properties. Tune in each week to Realtor Corner with me as we share important information that will help you on your real estate journey. Look forward to seeing you there. And in the meantime, if you need anything real estate related, you can always get a hold of me at 832-646-9054. Dina Salazar, Platinum One Properties.
Butler Media is where dreams become reality, where brands thrive, and where you find success. We provide social media management, brand design, and marketing education solutions designed to elevate your brand. Your marketing is our mission. Visit our website to get started.
Okay, we're back. Bills paid, and she looking for something to rent. Jesus. Or buy. What is it? Whatever.
I'm
Okay.
planning our
Oh, the RV?
yes.
Okay. She gonna make me drive an RV, people, for the holidays. And my whole thing is, do we got to take anybody with us?
I will film it.
Yeah, she will feel it. Jesus. Okay, we're talking about aggressive real estate investment. Now, if you take a look, Houston, Texas is one of the most aggressive real estate environments in the U.S. Okay, but it has one flaw. If you can put cement on it, they're gonna build. All right. But they don't take into account the ramification of that because the water has nowhere to run off, which is why it floods here. Okay. So real estate investments, you can be very, very aggressive here, but you're not. You have to look at the backdrop. There's a reason that insurance companies are leaving Texas, because when the tornadoes hit and the hurricanes hit and the bad weather hits, there is no runoff. Or the bayous here have no capacity to handle all the water comes through. Then you have these old communities, they might have, I'm going to use this as a narrative, 6-inch pipes when all of the rain and runoff is now 12-inch. But now you see all this construction, they're digging up all these pipes. That's what that's about, to improve the drainage here. So you have to take into account when people look at all these communities with, oh, look, they got lakes and stuff like that. People, those are reservoirs to get the water. That's not for beautification. That means they have to have somewhere for the water to go. It looks good, but at the end of the day, that water feature is strictly there to ensure to protect your house.
Not beautification.
With a little beautification, but it's there. They're like, wait a minute. I have to have, yes, developers have to incorporate water features, because this is what I'm doing. Every new development in the metropolitan Houston area, new developments now, has a water feature. All you gotta do is pay attention.
Yeah.
Every one of them has a water feature, and that water feature is a retention pond for the water to run off of, so it don't wind up in your living room.
You know what I've always noticed? I mean, also noticed here that at least where we live, there's no sidewalks.
No, there's a reason for that.
Why?
The water has to have somewhere to go.
Really?
Remember I said pave it?
Yeah, but they have
sewers.
right in Florida. They have the sewers.
Right. They do walking trails instead.
Yeah, I guess it's cheaper.
Yeah, it's cheaper. But think about it. You ever notice the walking trails have an incline?
Mm-hmm.
That's why. The water has to be able to run off. If you do sidewalks, they have to be
Right.
flat, right? But walking trails, you can have inclines and stuff like that, so the water has somewhere to run off. Like in our neighborhood, you got sidewalks, but on a coming in, there are no sidewalks.
Right.
And that's done perfectly, because retention ponds, like we have a nice little lake view thing over in our neighborhood, right? It's a retention pond.
Right.
And you see how the houses are up and the retention pond is down. So the water has somewhere to go. Because if the water had to go, it'd be in the living room. And that's it, why we have these retention ponds and these reservoirs and stuff like that. My favorite retention pond, and it's not really a pond, it's like our listeners and our audience, Bear Creek Park is a giant retention pond. If it floods over that area, all that water floods Bear Creek Park.
Really?
It goes all into Great Bear Creek Park, because all the houses around that community are up, the park is down, so the water goes in there and fills up. It's a total retention pond. The whole park from Eldridge all the way over to Highway 6, it's a retention pond.
Well, I've driven here on rain season, and you see, like, literally you don't see the land.
You don't see the land, retention, and so you can never build in there. And when you're coming up Eldridge from the north, say from Clay Road, go down to I-10, on both sides, it's land, but it's a retention pond. It fills up with water when it rains over. So that west side over there in the energy corridor, that's where all the water flows to. I used to have a house over there, and I can't think about which Harvey. It was Harvey. When Harvey hit, my neighborhood I used to live in never flooded because of the retention pond at Bear Creek, right? But Harvey was so massive that they let the water out, so it flooded part of my neighborhood. Wow. Because where I live at, it was a bird sanctuary behind me, so nobody ever built. That bird sanctuary was flooded because Harvey poured so much rain, even Bear Creek couldn't handle it. Wow. And the reservoirs around there couldn't handle it. So this is why these things, that's the one flaw in the Houston mentality about invest in real estate and build and build and build, because if the water has nowhere to go, it's going in your house.
That is, and I mean, water is the most damaging.
Yes, water damages and destroys everything.
Everything.
Yeah, in its path, water. People say, yeah, let me tell you something. Give me my 15-second earthquake in Los Angeles, California, and I'm good. There's no water involved.
You know, I mean, I grew up with hurricanes. The
Yeah.
Dominican Republic would have hurricanes. I never felt threatened, even though I wasn't a big one. I think Andrew wasn't a very
Right.
first one in '92 that
Right.
actually blew up the whole homestead. But I've never had an issue. At least I know when they're coming, you prepare, you know, for that trembling stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. No, but see, most earthquakes you don't even feel.
Yes, you do.
I said most. I don't say you don't feel any, but most earthquakes you don't even feel. Growing up there, you know they had an earthquake day. Where?
Well, we used to have, what is it called? Seismic movement.
Seismic, but you don't know nothing about it.
Correct. But there's some, when you feel it, you feel it.
Oh yeah, when you feel it when it's like 4 and above, but those are rare and far in between. Because always that earthquake movie that they came out a couple of years, and San Andreas. I said, y'all really need to stop. Okay, y'all really need to stop. Okay, first of all, the shifting plates have been shifting for millions of years. This is not new.
No.
That's number one. But with climate change,
It's more, you feel it more.
you feel the impact of climate change more in the southeast, the south and the southeast than anywhere else. In the Caribbean, more than anywhere else. Now, climate change is affecting all areas like Arizona and their heat, but
Hotter is hotter, colder
hotter
is
is
colder.
hotter is hotter and colder is colder. But at the end of the day, water is what takes things out.
Mhm.
Water is what takes
God
things
did
out.
it.
Yeah, water is what takes things out. All right. They not running out of insurance carriers not running out of California. They run out of Texas every day. Okay. The insurance carriers running out of Texas, Louisiana,
Florida.
Mississippi, Georgia, Florida, North Carolina. That what the insurance carriers running out of. No, you on your own, buddy. They're not running out of California. You can complain about California and their state income tax and their high cost of gasoline and stuff like that. But I like to tell people all the time, if you are going to complain about something, complain about what you know about, right? Here you go. The largest oil reserves in the United States of America are in California.
And that's where the gas is more expensive.
No. Oil reserve, they're not digging it up.
Mm.
You can't put platforms in the Pacific Ocean. They don't allow it because of environmental reasons, right? So all of the major oil reserves that like Texas and Oklahoma and Pennsylvania, I always look at it. When y'all run out, California gonna still have some. That's how I've always looked at it. Because like we was talking yesterday or the day before yesterday, I was telling people, why you miss California so much? I said, Los Angeles is not the city of angels. Los Angeles is the city of groves. That's what you mean. Fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, fresh everything. And then what? I said, yes. Our neighborhood, we had every fruit growing in backyards in the neighborhood. I grew up in Los Angeles, California.
Here you try to raise something, you'll feather.
Yeah. So here, yeah. We had plums, apricots, peaches, lemons.
Perfect climate.
Exactly, it's a perfect climate for it. Grapefruit, all the vegetables, lettuce and cabbage. We had all that stuff growing all in the neighborhood. All right. You had fresh produce trucks driving up and down the street in the neighborhood because there's so much produce there. When my mom in her restaurants she would go to the fresh produce market downtown, and it was like 5 blocks of fresh produce that they would bring it in all day long every day.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful, but the cost in not everybody. Either it's one of those states, either you're poor or you're rich.
There you go. And see what people are not, but see, California, Southern California, all California really. Just like I'm going to use Southern California and New York City proper.
Mhm.
Okay, they're all landlocked. Los Angeles is landlocked. San Francisco is landlocked. San Diego is landlocked. New York City is landlocked. Right. So you either go up or you go out. That's the problem with Los Angeles, with these beautiful areas there.
And then I was scarred because when I went to California the first time, I went to Calabasas. Now I want to move here.
Yeah.
And the life that I had in Florida, I had to duplicate it.
Not in
It gave me
Calabasas,
it.
you not in
I was
Calabasas.
like, no, I'm not doing this.
No.
I was screwed up to Calabasas.
No.
Are you kidding me?
If your first introduction to
Yes.
California is Calabasas, you are ruined.
Yes.
You're totally ruined.
I
Like,
was ruined.
you're like, because anything less than that, you like, no, I'm not.
Exactly.
Because if you go to, well, that's just like somebody goes to Santa Barbara, California. What if you go to Santa Barbara, California? Like, hell no, I don't want to live nowhere else. Most beautiful,
Yeah.
near the coastline city in California is Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
You know, so it's up the Pacific Coast Highway. So it's just different. But
And I was able, that's the only state that I've been able to experience that 5 seasons in one day. Go up to the mountains, there's still snow,
Mhm.
and then you go, it's amazing.
it's one day.
beautiful.
On Christmas Day, I was at the beach and in the mountain
Mhm.
skiing on the same
Yeah.
Christmas day.
Yeah.
Because everything is within 5 hours of each
Yeah.
other. And less than that, actually. So we're talking about aggressive investments. We're talking about different seasons and how it's impactful and how different states are impacted. Like I said, where I'm from, Los Angeles, a lot of people forget California, just like Texas, is a republic.
Mhm.
All right. The difference is Texas went totally rogue and California didn't. So that's why people were moving past Texas and going to California. Now they're coming to Texas now, but a whole bunch of Californians are going right back to California because there's no property taxes. There's no state tax in Texas. Yeah, it is called property tax. My friend got that first property tax bill. He said, "What the hell? I'm out of here." Yeah, think about it. You're paying 4% on every $100,000 you owe. So you got $1 million house.
Yeah.
$40,000 in taxes. You go over there,
Crazy.
I get my $20,000 state income tax, but then I get $17,000 back on the refund. I'm gonna go back home. Okay. So what we're gonna take a big break, take some bills. This is the Real Estate You Show. I'm E.L. Crane. She is not. We are here each and every Saturday, 11 Central, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific time. We're talking about the aggressive real estate investor and opportunities both here and everywhere else. Okay, take a break.
Are you looking to purchase, refinance, or even secure a specialized loan? Meet Your Mortgage Pro. Whether it's for your dream home or that perfect commercial space, we've got you covered with our solution-based lending services. Licensed in both Florida and Texas, we understand the complexities of real estate finance, and our team of professionals and our easy-to-use mortgage calculators are here to help. Your Mortgage Pro is committed to quality customer service, putting the people we serve first. And we don't just offer loans. We provide consumer education and ready-made loan programs to guide you every step of the way. We even collaborate with builders to secure new construction homes. Your Mortgage Pro, the mortgage solution professional. Reach out today at yourmortgagepro.biz. Are you a real estate professional looking for a facility to produce valuable content for your clients and elevate the value of your business? The Training Center is here to help. We provide training for real estate professionals like you in a beautiful facility designed for training, TV show production, and even podcast studios. Also available for rental. Whether you're a realtor, mortgage lender, builder, or real estate industry vendor, you can now expand your expertise and your reach. With expert instructors for a variety of continuing education courses, producers and engineers available to create your own content, and the environment to do your best work, you're well on your way to growing the real estate business you've always dreamt about. The Training Center. We elevate your real estate career. Reach out today at ttcellevatesyou.com. Have you found yourself thinking, I need to increase my real estate brand value, start overcoming those limiting beliefs, and truly grow my business? Well, I have some great news for you. The Real ELC offers elite real estate training for professionals just like you. Whether you're a new agent or a seasoned professional, you can gain access to the wisdom, tips, and insights of a team with decades of real estate, business development, and marketing experience. And you want to know the best part? By receiving training from the Real ELC, you'll become part of the RMG Collective National Real Estate Marketing Platform. Just visit therealelc.com to start growing your real estate business today.
Okay, this is Real Estate You Show. I'm E.L. Crane. That's Jennifer Nina. She's fussing at one of her clients, but I got nothing to do with that. Okay, while she's fussing at her clients, I'm going to talk about the 2% rule in real estate. The 2% rule, okay? It's a rule of thumb that every investor should use, okay? You need to generate revenue of 2% of the value of your property every
Yeah.
month. 2% of the value of your property. So if you have $1 million property, you need to generate revenue of $20,000. Okay?
Bare minimum.
Yeah,
Your
bare minimum. 2%. But if you don't have a lot of debt associated with the value of your property, $20,000 a month is a pretty good deal. But $20,000 a month on $1 million value, your note is still like what, $7,000?
Mhm.
So you still have those resources to do other things. But it's a 2% rule. The 2% rule, 2% revenue based upon the value, not your loan, the value of your property. So if you have $1 million property, a $700,000 loan, but you're generating $20,000 revenue, you met the threshold. Okay. So it's not hard to be aggressive in real estate. You just have to do your research. You have to allow yourself to have a vision
Mhm.
in regard to investment. Like we have a property in Dominican Republic. No, she do. I don't. She has a property in Dominican Republic because I'm not going down there, people. She's not leaving me in the middle of the jungle. Anyway, so we have we have a property in the Dominican Republic. Now, she has big visions for the property down there. Just send me pictures because I'm not going. But she wants to be aggressive, but the people she's working with are not being aggressive.
Correct. This is like, listen, the property's paid for. Why would you rather have it sit versus creating something that is useful?
Yes.
To me, it makes no sense. You have the investment there. The major thing of the investment is already paid for. The asset is paid for. So let's do something with it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm getting pushed back, and it's frustrating because, and this is something also to learn from when you go into investment. If you're going to have a partner, make sure you have the same visions.
Yes.
Make sure that you have the same goals,
Mhm.
because if not, it's going to be a very stressful situation. One wants to go right, one wants to go left.
Right.
There's no vision. That nobody has synchrony on what the goal is. So,
And that's why I say all the time, you don't have to work like I work, just work hard.
Mhm.
Okay. You don't have to believe in what I believe in, but let's just see how it can make your life easier. So, like with your partners down there, it's a situation where, like you said, know who you're going into business with, but you have got to get them to understand your vision is in their interest.
Mhm.
That's what goes for our audience. The vision must be in the interest of all parties associated with the project. And most people's interest is either financial or power.
correct.
It's one of the two, financial or power.
Over here is power.
Yeah. So the whole thing is, if I have a financial interest and it's making money, that's all the power I need. But you have you have a group of those, well, I'm running this is my deal, da, 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 da. That's why I always go into my slip and fall scenario. But what you have to remember is, in real estate investment, especially aggressive real estate investment, the people sitting around the table with you have to understand, you just said it, the vision and the scope of what's going on. Because every real estate investment has been considered a bad idea by many.
Mhm. And
Every
also,
one of
you
them.
have to learn from your mistakes. We've had an example. I'm going to put myself on an example. We had there for the past 5-6 years, we had tenants, owning clubs.
Right.
Well, experience have told us those businesses they're here today, they're gone
That's
tomorrow.
right. Absolutely.
So, we have to be a little bit more creative if we want to take the best out of that space.
Right.
And right now, because of the economy, how is there, that is not the appropriate. So why keep doing the same thing? Makes no sense.
No. What is
So-
it? Keep doing the same thing over and over again?
And that's insanity.
Insanity. Yeah. Yeah. Or that people playing water. That's insanity too. True. Okay. So now, there are those who should and are capable of investing in real estate, but there are people who should not invest in real estate. And I have a list. All right.
Yeah.
The list says individuals with unstable financial situations, right? Oh, wait a minute. Well, I make this much money, but only every other month.
Mm.
So you're not a viable candidate to be investing in real estate in this moment. Get your finances stable, or either have a plan to offset. And what that means is if you make $15,000 in 1 month and $5,000 the next month, that means you average $10,000 a month. So your plan should be predicated upon $10,000 a month, not the $15,000 high, so that we can really evaluate this project that you want to do, right? But most people, well, I made $15,000 last month, but you only made $2 this month. What the hell wrong with you? Okay? You have got to be honest with yourself in relation to the things that you're trying to accomplish. And most people are not honest with themselves. I mean, hell, I take a black eye every day. All right. And they say, what do you mean by that? Well, my businesses are not doing what they're accustomed to doing. You know, I had this conversation with my wife, right? About my businesses are not doing what they're doing. But is it my fault? Well, it's not a matter of fault. It was a matter of I didn't plan for that fall off in business. So that's on me, true enough. But it's not like it can't get back to where it was sustainable. And that's the mode I'm on right now. But at the same day, I didn't plan for the fail side because I was so used to winning. I didn't think about losing. Well, I'm not losing, but I'm not winning either. I'm like,
You know, and that's one of the things. You are a planner, right? But you don't plan. You sometimes need to stop and smell the coffee.
Right.
Right. So
Right
now, I think this is the time. Well, you're allergic to coffee, so tea. So now is the time where you look at everything you've got and now you implement.
Right.
And now you know, instead of, because my dear husband wants to do everything at the same time, and then that's what he's used to. But I think this is a learning process.
Yes, it is. And I have no problem with that because it is a learning process. Because when you are so comfortable and you have the support that I had previously, and I'm going to mention Elaine Anderson, one of the sweetest young ladies you ever want to meet. She was my support for me to be and do everything that I'm capable of doing. So when you don't have that anymore, you don't realize the ramification, how it impacts you financially, mentally, and stress-wise. When you have a person that has it under control, that means you can focus on all that things that allow you to thrive. But when you don't have that ability anymore,
it's like juggling, and people don't understand that when you're in sales and because you're like a lawnmower, right? And you're just throwing stuff. If you don't have that person to catch it and organize that, it just your life becomes chaos.
And it only took 3 months for it to become chaos. 3 months before it becomes complete and total chaos. Getting it back together now because I now have a team that they're all on the same page on how to do things, why to do things, and doing it together. And it's like what I teach. Individual agenda is okay as long as you recognize the value of the collective platform. And now I have that team because it was just crazy. Okay. So who should not invest in real estate? People without capital. You know how many people out there got a great idea, ain't got a dime? They have a great idea, but they don't have any money. So you're talking about investing in real estate. People, there is no 100% loans for investment. No 100%. Even if you get a hard money loan that's based upon after repair value, you still have to bring money to the table to cover your part.
Any real estate transaction, unless you're doing a joint venture, is going to require your money. And if I'm doing a joint venture with somebody, if I'm putting some money out of the purse, so that other person better be coming, because it's about the risk that you're taking.
Yes.
You know, if you're not putting the same risk as I am in a partnership, then that's not a deal for me.
No. And I don't like you.
And exactly, you know, I'm not. That's what we came into partnership, not to take the responsibility from another, but to bring that responsibility that I couldn't take by myself, you know, to put it on the other partner.
Right.
So, you know, there's many ways of doing it, but guys, it requires something.
Yeah, you got to contribute something.
You're gonna have to at least pay for the turn appraisal.
There you go. Exactly. Or like when we were talking the other day, Jennifer made the statement of because of how I do things, she's able to do things. Okay, so that's what a partnership is. Because if I can do it over here, then that allows her to do the navigating over there. But should I hit a road bump, because she's been allowed to navigate over there, she's prepared to help me get over that hump. But that's having the right type of partnership. Now, does she let me go out there and be me all day long? But she also has her ticker saying, well, he's not going to think about this part. Let me go ahead and cover this over here and save this right here to protect him from himself. Okay, that's what a partnership is.
Yes.
Business and marriage. It's the same thing. That's what it is. So people without capital, shut up. Okay. Those seeking quick and guaranteed returns. There is no guarantee, people.
And there's no quickness either.
No.
about it.
No. But this is my favorite. People who hate debt. The richest people in the world have debt. People with money make money because they have
Because
debt.
they have debt. It's a right of people.
Yeah.
I remember in my wealthier days, you have to, if you don't, you're gonna pay it to Uncle Sam.
That's right.
And guess what? I'd rather eat it, live it, drink it than give it to Uncle Sam.
There you go. Right?
It's simple.
Right. Now, those who should not invest in real estate, those unwilling to commit time and effort to the management of the property.
Mhm.
The property doesn't manage itself. You have to have people managing it. You can be a part of it or you can retain somebody, but you still, even if you retain somebody, you need to know that they're doing their job. So you just can't be sitting on the sideline, I'm going to count my money and drink these cocktails. That's not how that works, okay? People who prefer diversification, you know what that means? Stay in your lane. If you are buying multifamilies and single-family residential rental properties, that's your lane. Your lane is not hotels. Your lanes are not restaurants. Diversification is like the downfall of your business. And I'll use me as an example. When I was blowing and going in the 90s and early 2000s, I called myself diversified and include the concert business, all right? Because concert was turning cash, all right? Between the time allocation and the stress of generating the appropriate ticket sales to make sure I didn't lose any money, I lost money in my business.
Right.
And then this is what I found out. You can't grow hard-earned money by investing in quick-turn money. You can't do it. You absolutely can't do it. And that was my lesson. Because a concert, it takes 6 weeks to put everything together, get the show on, and you get your payout the night of the concert. All right? Well, those are quick returns.
Right.
But upon
But
reflection,
as quick they come, as quick they can
there
go.
you go. And I lost sight of the business that allowed me to have the money to do the concerts. Okay? Okay. People who prefer low risk investments, don't get into real estate. Don't get into real estate. Go buy yourself an annuity and sit your ass at home. All right.
CD.
That's it. CD and get your little 2-3% return on investment and shut the hell up. Right. Also, who should not invest in real estate? Those not willing to build a large network. You have to have a network of individuals and entities and companies to be successful in real estate. You can't box it in. Well, I don't know those people over there. You didn't know the people that built your car, but you still built about the damn car. It's things of that nature that people are not taking into account. Okay. So those are the people who should not be real estate. Remember the 2% rule of real estate. You need to generate revenue each month on your real estate investment that is 2% of the value of the real estate. For $1 million, you need to be making $20,000 a month. It's just that simple. So $20,000 a month, that's $240,000 a year. You're not mad that you have just made almost 1/4 of the value of your property every year.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a bad deal. So what we're going to do is going to take a break, pay some bills, come back for the noon hour. I'm E.L. Crane, is not. This is the Real Estate U Show. I am joined here by Jennifer Nina of Lone Peak Lending. I'm Mortgage Pro. I'm E.L. Crane with Open Tyler, Texas. And then we have Dina Ramos of Platinum One Property and Mom of Bridezilla. So, but her Bridezilla adventure will be over in a few weeks.
We got a wedding coming.
Got a wedding. I think I better go to a hotel room.
We better.
Yeah, okay. So I'm E.L. Crane. She is not. Bye.
Are you a real estate professional looking for a facility to produce valuable content for your clients and elevate the value of your business? The Training Center is here to help. We provide training for real estate professionals like you in a beautiful facility designed for training, TV show production, and even podcast studios. Also available for rental. Whether you're a realtor, mortgage lender, builder, or real estate industry vendor, you can now expand your expertise and your reach. With expert instructors for a variety of continuing education courses, producers and engineers available to create your own content, and the environment to do your best work, you're well on your way to growing the real estate business you've always dreamt about. The Training Center. We elevate your real estate career. Reach out today at ttcellevatesyou.com.
When you choose Alta Homes, you're choosing a builder you can count on to create not only your home, but something you are proud to own. We are at your side at every step during the purchase process, from the moment you sign your contract to the moment you receive your keys. Sales consultants to guide you in selecting exterior colors and brick stone options. A design center to effortlessly help you customize every detail, from lighting and faucets to flooring, tile, cabinetry, and countertops. Our smart home provider to enhance your home with security, data, and audio systems tailored to your preferences. Dedicated construction managers to provide weekly updates on your home's progress. Progress meetings to show milestones our team is completing, including a pre-construction meeting, pre-drywall, orientation, and a final walks before your closing day. Welcome home to your future with Alta Homes.
Do you have a passion and interest in real estate, want to learn from the pros, and have some fun doing it? Welcome to the Real Estate U Show, your connection to all things real estate, buying, selling, investing, and new construction sales, including residential and commercial real estate financing. Tune in for weekly live episodes with real estate experts and guests, packed with their best tips and tricks, and get a sneak peek into their national marketing relationships. Sponsored by the trusted team of Builder Boost and Homes and Land Magazine. The Real Estate U Show. Informative, insightful, and with a little touch of humor. Tune in to www.reuworldwide.com, Saturdays at 11 a.m. CST.
Okay, we're back, and I just found out that Fredericksburg is high as hell. Okay. This is the Real Estate You Show, talking about the aggressive real estate investor. Okay. Now, would you consider yourself an aggressive real estate investor?
I am.
Explain why you felt. So, explain your motivation in being aggressive about real estate.
Most of my life, I worked in the real estate industry one way or another, and I've seen that great wealth can be created.
Okay.
You have to buy right and do right, right? The research. I mean, I do it every day. I make it happen
for others
every day. And I see the results. So it's something that I believed. I teach people how to do it,
right?
And I have a passion for it. So it's like I always said, the greatest monies were made in real estate investments.
That's true. That's true. So I looked at, there are certain things in real estate I won't do. All right. And this is from learned experience. I used to own an apartment complex. Let me rephrase that. I used to own a small apartment complex, less than 24 units. All right. Oh my God. I had 24 units and 4 duplexes. It was the most insane 90 days of my life.
Because you probably it was not being managed.
That was it. It was not being managed. And
There's no way, unless you don't have a job and that's all you do.
Right.
It's impossible.
But see, this whole thing, the margins were so tight that I couldn't afford a property management company. So that meant it was upon me, right? So this call, that call, this call, that call. And this is how crazy it was. They had a gang leader, was renting one of my apartments. Nice guy, but he's still the damn gang leader, right? All right, so he's the gang leader. I gave him his apartment for free to collect my rent. Yeah, I did. People say, "You did what?" I said, "He was
your property manager.
He's my property manager
by force."
By force. So, and they said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Let me tell you something." And this is how I approached him with it, and he came back. He says, wait a minute. I don't have to pay rent. All I got to do is collect your rents for you. I said, yeah. And I don't have to pay no rent.
You own it.
Yeah, I don't have to pay no rent. No. You just pay your utilities just like you do right now. Collect my rents. And we're good. And he looked at me, he studied me. They're like, no. He said, no. For real? I said, yeah, you collect the rents. I get my rent money. And you don't have to pay any rent. For the duration you're here that I own this place, you don't have to pay rent. So I want to see how it was going to go that first month. I didn't have to call him. He got in his car and drove all the way over to my office and gave me a brown envelope with the rent. All right. Now, some of it was money orders, some of it was checks, some of it was cash. And then what he said, count it. Because he said, it's all there. Count it. So I said, I believe you. He said, no, count it. It's all there. I said, well, we sat there, we counted all the money. He said, I told you it's all there. And I said, what you thought you was gonna take from me? No. I don't want to mess up my free rent. I said, oh, we good.
Yeah, that's golden.
Exactly. It was golden to him. I said, thank you. And I said, he said, you need anything else? I said, no, we good right now. And, I can collect the rent for the duplexes too. I said, no, those take care of that stuff. Don't worry about those. Or he said, okay, I can get it though. I said, no, you just take it off the apartment building. He said, okay. So he left out of there. Next month, we went through the same thing again. Count it. I said, I trust you. He says, well, I know, but most people who see me, they don't trust me. He had all of the tattoos and stuff like that. I said, now don't bother me. All right. I said, do you want to steal from me? He says, no. I said, tell me why you don't want to steal from me. He said, it would be a big fight. That's what he said. Between me and you, it would be a big fight. I said, what do you mean? He says, when you first saw me, you didn't walk the other way. You walked straight towards me. I said, huh? He said, yeah, most people are walking the other way. I said, why? Oh, they scared of you. He said, yeah, most people are scared of me. You weren't scared. You walked right up to me and told me who you was. I said, oh, okay. He said, right then and there, I said, this man will fight. That's what he's doing. You think we raised him? He told me the first thing I thought about you, he'll fight. So he said, but then he told me the story about his dad. And I said, my dad said the same thing. You ain't got to win a fight. You ain't got to show somebody you will fight. But the whole thing was, it was an older apartment building and stuff started happening. I said, I just can't do this more. Yeah. So the guy I bought it from, he had seller's remorse. He called me up and he said, hey, you want to sell my apartment? You want to sell the apartment? I said, I thought you was trying to get out of business. Man, I'm bored to death. He's bored. I said, no. I said, you want to manage apartments and all that kind of. He said, yeah, because I don't have nothing to do.
See, that's just somebody that doesn't have nothing to do, and that basically at least half of the day is
over there. Yeah. So he came and we made a deal, and I even made a little profit off of it. And I said, hey, let me tell you about my deal I got with Giancarlo. He says, well, I'm trying to get him out. No, you don't want to get him out. He said, what you talking about? Who you think collects my rents? He said, no. I said, yeah. He said, that's a scary dude. I said, to you? He said, no.
That's why you use him.
Yeah. I said, let me tell you something. I give him free rent. He collects all the rents. All the complaints go to him. And then he relays them to me. He says, no. I said, I'll go over there with you. Went over there, met Giancarlo. He said, Mr. Crane, you sure you want to sell? I said, yeah. He said, is he making you sell? Giancarlo, no, he's not making me sell. He wants to buy it back because he's bored. He don't have anything to do, he says. So he looked at it. You're going to be a better landlord this point. I said, okay, there's some stuff going on here I don't know about. Then the guy, he said, no, it's going to be fine. We're going to, the same deal you have, Mr. Crane, you have with me, collect the rent, you have rent free. Giancarlo said, you sure? He said, okay. And I said, hey, Giancarlo, you got any problems? Just give me a call. He said, okay. That's how I sold the apartment. And Giancarlo stayed there for a while till the guy sold it again. Then they tore the whole thing down and built houses out there. But you'd be surprised. I'm not that guy. All right. Plus, you can't run an apartment building in Texas like my stepfather ran his apartment building in LA.
Exactly.
You don't pay you didn't pay my stepdad's rent. He took the door off the hinges. You want to live here? You want to live here?
Imagine you are servicing 24 people's complaints
And personalities.
and personalities.
And it's crazy.
So I've always learned in my investor life, you don't even let people know who the owner is.
I just
Because I have a soft heart, especially,
Right.
you know,
No,
you just stay away from that.
It's
a
true.
business. It's a business.
a friend of mine, they got evicted out of their house. All right. They had lost everything. It was so sad. And I was over there today, and the husband was understanding of the mom and her plight, right? Because the husband left and stuff like that. The wife didn't give a damn. She says, no rent, no roof. She said just like that. I mean,
And that's how you have to really have
a cold heart.
cold heart.
Got a cold heart.
That's something, and you have to know. You see, you have to know thyself,
Right.
because I wouldn't even put myself in that situation because I know exactly what I will do.
Right.
So I cannot. I will have to have a property manager.
No, that one said no money, no roof. I'm like, ooh, shoot, that's
And imagine the 3 little kids.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm gonna take.
And
them
this woman
out.
had 5 kids.
No,
This woman had 5 kids.
I
This
would
woman
be
had 5
taking her
kids.
as a sucker. Sorry.
Okay. This is the Real Estate U Show. We're talking about the aggressive real estate investor. We're talking about real estate investment in general and some of the pitfalls as well as rewards
Mhm.
of being aggressive in real estate. So we're going to take a break, pay some bills. I'm E.L. Crane with Open Title of Texas. That's Jennifer Nino with Lone Peak Lending. Your mortgagepro.biz is where you can find her at. Don't find me at all because you ain't going to do but complain. Okay, so we're going to take a break, pay some bills.
Have you found yourself thinking, I need to increase my real estate brand value, start overcoming those limiting beliefs, and truly grow my business? Well, I have some great news for you. The Real ELC offers elite real estate training for professionals just like you. Whether you're a new agent or a seasoned professional, you can gain access to the wisdom, tips, and insights of a team with decades of real estate, business development, and marketing experience. And you want to know the best part? By receiving training from the Real ELC, you'll become part of the RMG Collective National Real Estate Marketing Platform. Just visit therealelc.com to start growing your real estate business today. Hey, check this out.
Are you looking for a beautiful new build home, one with quality craftsmanship and higher end amenities, but still within your budget?
Oh, do I have good news for you.
Alta Homes is now selling top of the line new construction homes for the home buyer, providing amenities not usually associated under $500,000.
And you want to know what makes them really shine?
You'll get to participate in the construction throughout the process and rest easy knowing that Alta Homes promises to only build what we would live in. Alta Homes provides financing resources with up to 100% financing and even the ability to finance the closing costs, including Alta Homes providing additional closing cost assistance if needed.
Doesn't get better than that.
Just give us a call or visit us to start your new build journey today. Alta Homes, we only build what we would live in.
Butler Media is where dreams become reality, where brands thrive, and where you find success. We provide social media management, brand design, and marketing education solutions designed to elevate your brand. Your marketing is our mission. Visit our website to get started.
Okay, I'm back and by myself, but this is not short. So she had to take a break. So one of the things that we're going to talk about is the 95% failure rate for real estate rental investors. Think about that, 95% failure rate for real estate rental investors. And it comes down to this. Too many investors treat real estate like a hobby, as if it's not a business. That's a problem. You have got to make sure that real estate investing and you're managing rental properties, it can't be a hobby. You can't be sitting on Mount High that you're going to be counting all this money on some regular basis that's going to allow you to not have to do anything. No, real estate investment is a job, just like anything else you choose to do with your life and or career. So think about it. If you get out what you put in, you're going to win. If you're not putting in anything, you can't win. And that's applicable for real estate investment as well. Think about this. You have a 20-unit apartment complex that's falling apart, and the only thing you're worried about is my rent on time? Well, it won't matter if it falls apart because you won't have any renters. Those are the things that you have to take into account when you become a rental property investor. I know me, it didn't work for me because it was generally a hobby for me because I was not a part of the day-to-day operations of my investment. If you're going to be in that business, you have to be in that business. I have a friend right now, he has 271 doors. He's in the office every day working his business. That's what you do in any business. You have to work the business. So as an investor, you have to take into account what's necessary to be successful as a real estate rental investor. Most people don't take that into account. So I'm telling you, if you want to fail, treat it like a hobby. If you want to fail, treat it like a hobby. Okay, I got a trespasser. I don't know why she's trespassing. Look at her. Whatever. This ain't no damn dance club. All right. So, but you must treat your real estate investments as a real business. It is a business first and foremost because if it generates revenue, it's a business.
Sure.
Okay. So, like Jennifer has the property in Dominican Republic. All right. So she has partners. That business is supposed to be a growth platform. So what is necessary for you to make it a growth platform?
Well, right now it's, I have to go, the opportunity is there. I have the vision, nothing is being done. But in order for me to move forward without taking the whole risk, if somebody else owns this with me, so in order for me to do anything, especially if it's going to be driven to money, I expect the other partner, right? If he's going to reap the benefits out of it. But it just delays the process because I have to convince these people, or perhaps they don't have the funds. I have to see why exactly why this is. So it just makes the situation, difficult. And I feel I have monies that can be growing and they're stuck because nobody's taking the initiative to do anything.
No vision.
No vision.
No vision. And one of the things about being aggressive in real estate, I'm on the new construction builder side of investment in real estate and development because that's where I'm most comfortable. Not that I'm doing it, but I'm most comfortable in that space if I had the money. Mm-hmm. But it's also the vision part. Like, I know what I want a community to look like. I know what I want in a community. Like, even when I teach agents and builders, I tell them, what is your avatar of business? What is your avatar of a client? So you have to build out your vision on paper to be able to make the right investment that suits your personality. And my personality is like, I have a vision of developing a community that promotes interaction. And people say, what do you mean? I said, communities don't interact anymore.
No.
I grew up I had 150 different parents in my community because every parent in my community knew me and they knew my parents and vice versa. So basically, if anything went down, you knew who to go get in.
You know whose son that was.
Exactly, right? So I want to create a community that is completely and totally community interactive. So I want to do a green space community where you have one giant green space with all the houses around that green space. So the kids are out there together in the green space. All right. Nice. And then the vision I have also includes building in a barbecue pit at the side of each one of those houses at that green space. So you're promoting people being out and talking to each other and making sure that I don't want garages. I want carports. All right. because now you're forcing interaction. Right now, people drive up into the garage and put that door down. You don't know if you live in the next door to John Wayne Gacy, Charles Manson, a serial killer, a terrorist, or nothing, because you go into the house and put the garage door down. I want my vision of a developmental community is one of interaction. And because I think about growing up in Los Angeles, we didn't have fences. Okay, you had a couple people had fences around, but majority of us didn't have fences. So we played football across all the lawns, going all the way down the street, right? And basically, it was tackle on the grass, touch on the driveway, tackle on the grass, touch on the driveway. And this way, our football field is just as long as a football field in a stadium because there were no fences. Now everybody wants to be fenced away from each other, or they got bushes. Knocking. It's just crazy. Like, do you even know your community? Everybody is buying a house, but I don't think anybody is living in a home. And so that's my thing.
A home is more than just the inside; it's also the neighborhood.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So it's just crazy. It bothers me that, and you hear me fussing about it in our household all the time. On a Saturday morning, me and my friends growing up, if we didn't have a baseball or a basketball game, or we weren't challenging the other streets in the neighborhood to football games, we were walking up to Griffith Park or Exposition Park to all the museums, or getting on the number 5 bus to go downtown to the movie theater and pay 75 cents to get in, and splitting a bucket of popcorn. But this was Saturday morning. You didn't see us.
Right.
You didn't see us. Now I know you got all of this technology now, but what I'm saying is that fostered and promoted community. The people I grew up with, I am friends on Facebook with them right now. The people I grew up with. Right. The people, think about it. I said, I told you this, and I told somebody else this. I said, my neighborhood community, we have an all alumni picnic for our elementary school. We have an all alumni dance for our junior high school. We have an all alumni picnic for our high school. And I said that somebody, they do, I said every year. We even have Facebook communities about our elementary school, our junior high school, and our high school. And people are like, what? I said, we are all interconnected because the era we grew up in fostered friendships, long-standing friendships.
That's not the case right now at all.
But I see that's a part of the investment side. I think investment has also created chasms when it comes to people interacting, stuff like that. Because I don't think you lose a friendship. I think you lose trust.
Yeah.
You don't lose a friendship, you lose trust. So when you have people who are entrepreneurs, like my best friend Kevin, right? Kevin is he's looking to buy a 18-wheeler, right? Now, Kevin is I'm gonna do it by myself personality, right? But he doesn't have to. You wanna know why? His 2 older brothers are 2 of the richest black men in Los Angeles, California. Right? His oldest sister is the mayor of Los Angeles, California, right? But he would rather gnaw off his arm than ask for help. All right. And I try to explain to him, why are you doing that? You got people who love you. Because he and I used to partner up and do deals together all the time. But that was back in days of yore. All right. But the whole thing is, he can be anything he wants to be based upon relative connectivity.
Right.
All right. But he chooses not to. But how many people have relatives and resources they're not leveraging to expand into investment? He's not the only one.
No.
He's not the only one by far. So this is my question to the audience. You have a vision, you have an idea. So why are you not asking for help? You have
proud. Most people are just proud, and
long as the check clear, I wouldn't give a damn. Give me a check. All right. But see, the whole thing is, pride has nothing to do with winning. everything should be about winning and taking care of your loved ones. It can't be well, I'm gonna sit over here and drink water and starve, and my kids gonna starve over here. Versus me asking somebody who has the wherewithal and the willingness to help you. All right, like like my crazy older brother. I say all the time, "Oh, you lucky you got the daughter you have." All right, because my niece, she looks out for my brother. Ain't no doubt about it.
Yeah.
All right. What he need or don't need, she is there for him. She want to kill him half the time, but she's there for him. We all have people that can be there for us to be the individuals we want to be. If you have the capacity and the vision to be an entrepreneur, why are you not doing it? You have to be aggressive in your pursuit of greatness. And I believe that wholeheartedly. As my late father would tell me all the time, don't tell me about what you did. Tell me what you're going to do. Because what you've done, that's done. You can't, that's it. You have already got your cheers and you've already got your check. What you going to do now? So this is the Real Estate You Show. I'm E.L. Craig. She is not, but I married her anyway. Okay.
Yes, he is.
So here every Saturday, 11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific time. We are the Real Estate You Show. We are into real estate. We are into mortgages. We are in
whatever makes the check clear.
The check clear. So, but today is about aggressive real estate investment, aggressive real estate opportunities. So we're going to take a break, pay some bills.
Hello, I'm Dina Salazar, broker and owner of Platinum One Property. Tune in each week to Realtor Corner with me as we share important information that will help you on your real estate journey. Look forward to seeing you there. And in the meantime, if you need anything real estate related, you can always get a hold of me at 832-646-9054. Dina Salazar, Platinum One Properties.
Are you looking to purchase, refinance, or even secure a specialized loan? Meet Your Mortgage Pro. Whether it's for your dream home or that perfect commercial space, we've got you covered with our solution-based lending services. Licensed in both Florida and Texas, we understand the complexities of real estate finance, and our team of professionals and our easy-to-use mortgage calculators are here to help. Your Mortgage Pro is committed to quality customer service, putting the people we serve first. And we don't just offer loans. We provide consumer education and ready-made loan programs to guide you every step of the way. We even collaborate with builders to secure new construction homes. Your Mortgage Pro, the mortgage solution professional. Reach out today at yourmortgagepro.biz.
Do you have a passion and interest in real estate, want to learn from the pros, and have some fun doing it? Welcome to the Real Estate You Show, your connection to all things real estate, buying, selling, investing, and new construction sales, including residential and commercial real estate financing. Tune in for weekly live episodes with real estate experts and guests, packed with their best tips and tricks, and get a sneak peek into their national marketing relationships. Sponsored by the trusted team of Builder Boost and Homes and Land Magazine. The Real Estate You Show. Informative, insightful, and with a little touch of humor. Tune in to www.reuworldwide.com, Saturdays at 11 a.m. CST.
Okay, I'm E.L. Craig. She is not. This is Real Estate You Show. We're in the last half hour of today's show, right? Say yes.
Yes.
Jesus. Work with me, people. Okay, we're talking about aggressive, right? Real estate investment. Now, if you had the financial wherewithal right now, what would you invest in?
Multifamily.
Huh?
Multifamily.
Multifamily?
Mm-hmm.
How many units?
4, 5. Anything over 2 units.
Okay, you got 1 to 4 is still single family.
Well, it's residential.
Right.
But the income-wise, what I'm saying,
Oh, got
I'm a true believer that it's better to do multifamilies than single family.
Oh, the more doors you have, that's
the
right.
more doors you
The
have.
more doors you have, that's right.
But I also think that if you buy real estate, like let me give you an example, the new construction that we got with Alta, we're under contract for, I think it's 211.
Right.
Ours is not ready yet and they're selling for 250. So we already
Wow.
got equity
True.
in those, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, that's a good investment. We haven't even, closed on it yet and we have equity.
Yeah.
So things like that. I believe that new construction, if you're one of the pioneers entering into that community,
Oh, absolutely.
you will at least make $50,000 to $100,000.
But you have to be aggressive, right?
Correct. And you have to see what you're buying. Like I said, it's not just the place, is what are you going to do with it, right? Who are you going to rent it to? What are your goals? Are you going to rent it to a regular retail? Are you going to go Section 8? What are you going to do?
Road of least resistance. That would be me. Road of least resistance. Because I know some people who have some Section 8 housing right now that they make money hand over
They
fist.
are, because it's based on the general rent per bedroom
With the
is
supplement.
higher than what you will get. Is guaranteed money.
And plus, the people got to keep those houses up to stay there.
Right, because they have changed the rules. They're no longer letting people. They're doing inspections now to keep up, because that's one of the reasons that they are encountering these problems now. People will come in people's houses and destroy them. So what did I don't want those people in my houses anymore. Yes, those people, because that was the trend. But they have cleaned up their acts in that sense a little bit. And plus, I think it's about also the relationship that you and the owner have.
Yes.
You have to know who you're going to put in your house.
That's true.
And guys, sometimes that doesn't matter, because let me tell you, one time it was a tenant. They used to turn off cigarette butts in my rug. They used to have a dog let it pee inside the house. So sometimes, it's about luck, but you have to have, people doing that. If you're going to do it yourself, make sure that you use that, that sixth sense.
Always.
And do your due diligence.
And you got to do your due diligence. Yeah. Because I remember I had, like I said with Jeff Carlo, all right? I already knew who I was doing because it was prepared. They explained who was in that particular unit. But I also knew something I learned from a movie, believe it or not, a movie a long time ago, right? And this was the statement the guy made. When you run a prison, your most trusted inmate is a murderer.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of the time, murder is a one-time thing, all right? But if he was a robber or a burglar,
they'll rob you.
Exactly. And so I thought about that, right? So basically, I didn't ask him what he did, but his personality traits were he wasn't into stealing. He might have been an extortionist, but he wasn't into stealing.
Perfect for the job you hired him to.
Perfect. If he's an extortionist, that works for me. But think about it. So I remember when I was talking to him at that time, that particular statement from that movie, he says, in prison, the most trusted inmate in prison is a murderer because they're one time. Mm-hmm. All right. If you a burglar, you burglarizing. If you robbing, you robbing. If you dope selling, you dope selling. If you are a dope fiend, you a dope fiend. These are the least trusted people. And he said the most mistrusted people in prison are those who assault. Mm-hmm. I you would think it'd been a dope fiend or something. No, those who assault, that's in their DNA to overly aggressively pursue confrontation. Mm-hmm. So, like you said, you have to do your due diligence about who is and who is not going to be in your property and who you trust to maintain your property. And I'm glad they changed the rules of Section 8 because them people was leaving them places destroyed. But now they are, I think it's 60 or 90-day inspections. Mm-hmm. They come through there. Okay, you can say, no, you got to go. Stuff like that. But it's just paramount for the real estate investor, the aggressive real estate investor, to not only be aggressive in the pursuit of securing real estate, but also acknowledging the shortfalls that can come from investing in real estate as well, which I didn't do. Okay, so this is Real Estate You Show. I'm E.L. Crane. She is not, but she is Jennifer Nina of MyMortgagePro.biz. with Lone Peak Lending. I am with Open Tyler, Texas. And somebody told me I was in charge in the Houston market. I'm in charge,
In charge.
but I can't say what I want to say. There's things I want to say, people, but I can't say them. Get your T-shirt and wear it under your shirt. That's the only way you can have that statement. You can't have it nowhere else. So, but no, I look at real estate investment, especially around Houston. The greatest real estate investment opportunities around Houston are where? 40-year-old plus neighborhoods.
Oh, because you have, yeah.
Those houses in some of those communities are leaning to the side. Those houses in those communities need to be torn down and rebuilt. And those houses in those communities are where they weren't being shoved in back there. So they have oversized lots. Okay. And it's just like I was telling you about that podcast I was listening to about if you really want to elevate a community,
It takes one person. Yep.
well, decide what amenities you want around that community. Do you want liquor stores and fast food,
Mhm.
or do you want restaurant and service businesses? So, okay. Do you want amenities around your neighborhood that cater to elevating, like schools that tutor children, or after school care, or athletic programs? All these things that elevate communities
Mhm.
versus diminish communities. Basically, you go into the poorest communities who have the least amount of investments. They're full of fast food restaurants
And liquor stores and cash.
and check cashing places. That's what's in there. Fast food, check cashing places, and liquor stores, hair salons and barbershops. You know, no elevation businesses. Not that you don't need those businesses, but that should not be the predominant business that you have. So when you're looking to invest not just in that house or that street, look to invest in that whole community around there. If you want to have an aggressive take, that's the take you can take. Like, we'll use your sister-in-law. My sister as an example. When Katrina hit New Orleans, my sister and a whole bunch of brothers came over here and they stayed in some of my houses, right? So she made me her consultant when she was going back to New Orleans to talk to the people about what is it going to take to thrive in the future New Orleans. Everybody kept talking about city contracts and area code contracts, state contracts. And I was in the meeting, right? And so I touched my sister and said, hey, can I say, sister, go ahead. I said, what y'all gonna do when those administrations change? And nobody thought about that.
Mhm.
I said, if you don't control the land and the money, you have no control.
That's right.
They said, well, what do you mean? I said, why aren't you talking about investing in real estate and dictating where businesses go? Well, how can we do that? It's very simple. Your vision is too big. You're trying to do everything
At the same time.
same time. Don't look at, I want to replace 50,000 square foot of retail space. Look at, I want to do 5,000 square foot at a time. So now you can start attracting businesses that can accommodate that instead of the big businesses who have the money, but they don't have the conscience to go back into your community. So let's start doing micro communities. What's a micro community? 200 houses or less. So now instead
That's
of
one thing that I didn't see, like new development
That's right.
in
Yeah.
New Orleans.
So it all went downtown. So now you got 40,000 square foot store for a big community, but now you only have an 8,000 square foot store, grocery store for a smaller community. So now that smaller community can make that 8,000 square foot store profitable, but they can't make a 40,000 square foot store profitable. So you have to have vision and take these ideas. And so they changed their ideology about contracts, not that they didn't get contracts too, but that wasn't the base premise. So your sister-in-law became the director of a community development financial institution that provided small loans up to $500,000 to start a business.
There you go.
In her tenure, back in New Orleans after Katrina, in her tenure, they started with those small loans 1,000 plus businesses at $500,000 and below because of subsidies and supplement. So you couldn't charge elevated rent anymore. So now if that $500,000 for a business that they had to pay $10,000 a month rent, that's not going to work. But now your rent is only $2,000. Now it works. Vision is everything when it comes to facilitating opportunities. So, but sometimes, as my late father would say, the man with the plan gets paid just as much money with the man with the money. Because the man with the money has no vision, but you got the plan, so he's going to pay you for the plan.
That's right.
And that's what you have to do going in.
One of the things now that in the lending world that is coming very popular is the access. FHA and Freddie Mac are now giving access to homeowners for the purchase and repairs of what's the word I'm looking for? Energy efficiency, right? For your homes.
Right.
So let's say you're going to buy a house and you want to put solar, or you want to put that, solar water heater, or, the electric cars, chargers. So now there are special loans designed for this, right? Which will give you, and this is FHA unconventional, will give you the ability through the purchase of a home, if you buy in retail, to go ahead and improve those, while in the purchase.
Okay.
So I am partnering up with general contractors, with handymans, because now these loans are specified, can help also their business.
True.
So, I'm doing it in Florida with the hurricane that happened right now. I have a set of, and they're struggling for business. Well, why are you struggling for business? It's just a catastrophe that just happened. And then it came, well, why don't we do this? So I'm reaching out to a few here also, but that's just a niche.
That's all it is a niche.
That's also an issue. They can go into those 40, 50-year neighborhoods where houses are decapitated and start knocking on doors, putting on flyers.
And those are the opportunities that people are not looking at. And that's what we have to change. This is the Real Estate You Show. I'm E.L. Crane. She is not, but we are each and every Saturday, 11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern, and 9 a.m. Pacific time. So we're going to take a break, come back to our final segment of the day. Tell the people you're coming back.
We're coming back.
Okay.
Butler Media is where dreams become reality, where brands thrive, and where you find success. We provide social media management, brand design, and marketing education solutions designed to elevate your brand. Your marketing is our mission. Visit our website to get started.
Are you a Texas real estate professional looking for a better title company experience? One without the headache or poor customer experience? At Open Title Texas, our mission is to make the closing process as stress-free and efficient as possible for everyone involved. With an attorney leading our mission, we understand the importance of accuracy in all aspects of the title process. At Open Title Texas, we believe that our attention to detail and unwavering dedication to customer service is what sets us apart in the title industry. And we're not just a title company. We're a growth and business development agency. We're designed to elevate the future business of our clients, done through collaboration and exclusive programs to increase opportunities for clients and partners. Open Title of Texas, opening the door to home ownership. Reach out today at open-title.com.
When you choose Alta Homes, you're choosing a builder you can count on to create not only your home, but something you are proud to own. We are at your side at every step during the purchase process, from the moment you sign your contract to the moment you receive your keys. Sales consultants to guide you in selecting exterior colors and brick stone options. A design center to effortlessly help you customize every detail, from lighting and faucets to flooring, tile, cabinetry, and countertops. Our smart home provider to enhance your home with security, data, and audio systems tailored to your preferences. Dedicated construction managers to provide weekly updates on your home's progress. Progress meetings to show milestones our team is completing, including a pre-construction meeting, pre-drywall, orientation, and a final walks before your closing day. Welcome home to your future with Alta Homes.
We're back. I'm E.L. Crane. She is not. And Y'all didn't prepare me for the cost of going to Fredericksburg, okay?
Talk to your friend about that.
You know.
Well, she did say it because it's a very close-knit community. Dina, it's on you. Well, this is her dream, okay? And we're going to route for her.
Whatever. I need a reimbursement. What the hell? Like, Sabrina, I love you, but not that much. No, so our good friend Dina Ramos, you know, the broker owner of Platinum One Properties, her only child is getting married, you know. So, of course, when people only got one child, I either say you ain't no good at it or you just hate children.
Wow. Hey, I'm an only child.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
With your mom,
Well,
that's
yeah.
it. She hates children. That's all. Okay.
Wow.
My mother loved children. 15 people. 15.
She either love children or love making them. One of the two.
Well, my father's his whole thing was, well, all we had back there was radio, and I like nothing they were playing. So that was his.
Wow.
What else I was gonna do? I said, you know, Dad, that was a little too much information for me. You know, I think I got here through the Immaculate Conception. So, no, so we've been talking about, you know, aggressive real estate investment, and but aggressive real estate investment also works directly with realtors and lenders and builders. Like, think about it. In the next week, I am going to be in 4 cities in 7 days. All right, because I work for a living. All right, I can't speak for nobody else, but that's where I work at for a living.
Whatever.
All right, so because I work for a living, that means I am one who can facilitate opportunities in multiple places. Right, I'm teaching a class on elevating their revenue. Right. And I'm very aggressive in how we're going to elevate their revenue. And it's based upon not what they've done, but what they are capable of doing. And that's what investment is about, be it real estate or in your business, what you are capable of doing. So if we spend our time working on what you're capable of doing, that means it allows us to have vision. So sometimes you have to give a person a vision. Right? You know, like you said, when you put something in my drink, you gave me the vision to marry you. Okay, because I didn't have no vision to marry you until you put something in my drink. Okay, so you have that kind of stuff. What?
You know,
Okay. I was 12 years by myself. I ain't need no damn company. Look what happened to me. I've been ruined ever since.
I
Okay?
was adorable enough.
No. Magic stuff
You
in my
keep saying
drink.
sprinkle.
Sprinkle in my drink. Now what the hell happened?
Wow.
So, but think about it. My message to these realtors, my message to the vendors that are going to be in the room is, why are you being hesitant about doing more for yourself and your family and being aggressive in the nature of doing business, right? That's what real estate investment is about. You have to be aggressive. You can't be afraid. All right, you can't be afraid. So when you're talking to somebody who wants to invest in real estate, what are you guiding them to understand?
The process, and it depends on the level of the investor. Like, I have investors that are doing residential and now are turning into commercial.
Okay.
And they think it's the same, right? Or the same works or how it works. So I have to kind of educate it and remind them, no, I cannot just give you a pre-approval. It doesn't work that way. Certain things have to be, submitted to the lender before I can even get a letter of intent. So it's just letting them know and guiding them. Because they honestly, sometimes it's that they don't know.
At all.
They don't know at all, or, they did this maybe 10 years ago. Things have changed. So, as people that are seeking to do it, if I see something faulty in their plan, I think it behooves of me to let them know, number one, because I don't want people to fail, right? That's not the case, or that's not the goal. So, and it also, I learned from those things every day, that I question on why people make the decisions that they make, or, I see sometimes things going wrong. And now I learned are things that should not be done.
Always.
Oh, and so you know, my work, it's personal as it entails also the success of others individuals through, unfortunately, some people's failures.
Watch this here. You just said it, the success of others. You can't be afraid if somebody else is going to be successful with you.
Correct.
The most successful people out there have people on their team that they might be behind the scenes, but they're helping them, like I mentioned Elaine earlier, helping them be successful. Most people don't take those things into account, and that drives me crazy when people don't understand the value of those on their team that make them successful.
Yeah.
So how do we improve that dynamic for the investor?
Education. Like I said, I've always been a firm believer of education and always asking the why. You know, like doing social media, doing advertisement and getting responses from people, you know, stop, or they come with a question. I got a question the other day. Well, I'm not interested in buying. I want to rent. And, you know, it paused. I mean, I could have left it alone, but I was like, may I please ask why is that the case? Well, her case is she's retired.
Okay.
And she can afford taxes and insurance.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know, but at the same time, it's like, wow, you know, we still have those people that even though if they wanted to, they can't because of income, or they have not been put in a position. So to my learning is this is the now stress. Do you want to go to your old age and be in a position where you can even buy something for yourself?
That's right.
But if you don't do it now today, when you're in your 20s and your 30s, you can't do it in later in life. It's just going to be more difficult to do. So this is kind of me having ammunition to show people this is why you don't wait to the last minute, or prepare yourself. Because do I want to be an elder person, not being able in a position, you know, at my 60s, 80, you know, to not to do for myself? That's a hard position to be in.
And, you know, it's funny you said it. I know somebody, they just turned 64 years old, and they thought they've been married a few times, but they thought they were getting married again, but they fell apart. And she said, I guess I'll never own a home. I said, why? You got a great job. But I only wanted to own a home with a husband. I didn't see that in any rule book I ever read, all right, that you have to have a husband. She said, no, I just want to share a home. So
You still got to live somewhere.
yeah, but they got some really nice apartments. No, I'm not going to pay $4 or $5 grand a month to hear what my neighbors is doing. All right, good or bad, I don't want to hear it. So I tried to convince her to actually contact you to get a pre-approval to go, because she makes the money, right? Next thing I know, she had picked up stakes and moved to Denver.
Okay,
All
that's
right?
an option.
Yeah, but it's still renting. So I think some people are defeated.
And some people, I think, listen, one of a big realtor, I mean, a real estate guy, investor in Florida, his thing is don't own a home.
Wow.
Don't own a home, because that ties you down. And your home is an expense. So make first money, which I agree with, right? But not to be a homeowner. So, and he says it, my company is renting the condo, but what he doesn't understand the reason why. That's tax deduction. That's a choice. But most people are not in your category to be able to do that
at all.
So that's why, you know, when you are and you're following and you're listening to people or educating you, I hate when they do that. No, you shouldn't do this. Well, how you got to the position where you are today is because you did what you're telling others not to do.
Always.
Oh, and it's always the case, people. Look at it. I don't want to name any names, but look at it. How did they got to the position? Those Cardones, they lost their pants off, but they're doing it again. Now that can tell you, I learned from my mistakes and I knew what to do and what not to do, but they still are in it. It's like falling off a bike and jumping right back on.
Well, and, you know, and even like the learning from the experiences, things like that, is also about where can you go? Mm-hmm. Most people don't even know where to go. That's the thing. They don't know where to go. So since they don't know where to go, you're right about the education component, but how do we make them understand the value like my friend that moved to Denver? All right, that made no sense to me.
Well, this is, as a business, I see it. I wish I can personally go and have touch with everybody, but shake him and tell them different. All I can do is open myself to be of service to those that need the information.
Okay.
Right. My job is to disseminate it and say, here I am. Right. But I think it's everybody's responsibility. If you want something bad enough, you'll find a way.
That's true. But you got to want it.
You want it. Because how many times I remember, as a Black woman coming from a third world, I had big dreams. And I can tell you many dreams that those dreams came true, but because I was there. Oh, please.
Even though she put something in my drink, dream came true.
What do you think about that? So I think every individual has to have that. I mean, I can tell you a perfect thing. When I wanted something in life, I went and I got it, but it was up to me.
Right.
Right. I remember when the market crashed, I had title, a real estate company. One by one, I went closing them. The last one was a title company. And I'm like, what I'm going to do? Okay, let's do loan modifications until it came loan modification. Now has to be done with attorney. And I'm like, what am I going to do?
Right.
Guess what? I went to an attorney's office, a friend that I had. I told him straight up, I don't have a pot to piss on, but this is my pen. And guess what? I came out of there with a deal and made a successful business out of it. It's all the passion that you have. You'll be able to sell your story if you're persisting enough. But you got to believe in it yourself.
You got to persevere. You got to persevere.
Correct. And you got to believe in it yourself to be able to convince others.
Because, when you have various dreams, and I have various dreams, but when you have a dream, put it on paper, flesh it out, and know what you want it to look like. See, it's one thing to have a dream and to do this, but you need to know what you want it to look like, right? And like one of the things that I love about Open Title, Rick, Rick, CEO, Rick allows everyone's vision to be incorporated. That is the best part about him. That man could have an ego out of this world, but he doesn't. He's looking for input from his team, his leadership teams and stuff like that, and everything is predicated upon, so how can we make this work? It's not that won't work.
Exactly.
How can we make this work?
How do you see it work? Yeah. Right? Like, talk it out.
Yeah, talk it out. And then you got to love that. So, okay, well, this has been the Real Estate U Show, being aggressive in real estate investment. I'm Neil Crane. She is not, but we are here each and every Saturday, 11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific time. We hope that you have learned something and you can build it out. Reach out to Jennifer at mortgagepro.biz, yourmortgagepro.biz, I'm sorry. Right. And you can reach me at elc@therealelc.com because everybody else is perpetrating fraud. Okay.
And don't forget, our studios are here for you to build your business.
Yes.
You want to come and train your realtors, loan officers, any events you want to hold, we're here available for you.
Yeah. And you go to the training center, that's ttcelevatosyou.com, ttcelevatosyou.com for more information about the training center, the TV studio, the podcast studio, and the photography studio. We have all that here to help you grow and elevate your business. Tell the people bye, people.
Bye, peoples.
I want you to put this on your next album.
I'd love to.
Yeah, it's called Matchbox.
Alrighty. I'm listening.
Yeah, I wonder will a matchbox hold my clothes. Matchbox ain't about that big.
Right.